Okay, Tucci here. Again, talking about Mill Creek Park. I have one video out about Mill Creek Park, but this video here is going to talk about the ugliest things in such a beautiful park. Latterman's Mill. This mill was redone by the Beechers, Ward and Florence, back in the day. But the reality is they say there was 3 owners here. I know there was actually 5 owners here. And the deaths over here alone, in the 130 plus years that this place has been in existence, as they say, well, it's a lot more than 130 years, but that's what is down in the historical societies and other places like that.
The park's founder, Volney Rogers, the founder of this wonderful Youngstown Mill Creek Park, died of pneumonia on December 3rd, 1919, in Canyon City, Colorado, at the age of 73. Well, it's what they say. The reality is of this whole situation is that he was in the park. He tripped and fell, and within 2 or 3 weeks, he was dead from sepsis shock at the age of 73.
What the sign really means is, look, you could die here like so many people have already died here. People falling into the falls, falling down the hills around it. If you look at all the hills around it, and sometime during this video, I will name most of the deaths that have occurred here. Out of respect for the dead, I won't mention anybody's names. These are the locks that they can open and close with just a few levers to make the mill work. Unfortunately, there's been a few people ground up in that mill. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. And there is a part of the falls there. It's very beautiful. It's like glass. And then there's another part of the falls over here, where you see it coming down over here. And then of course it goes down there. It's kind of mellowed out since the rain cut back. But again, I will talk about the weird frequency I get when I touch this building. It's not very pleasant. It's a frequency that in reality is not very good.
Such a horrible frequency as I break back in with how I feel. Again, I felt horrible being right next to this building. There's people that have died inside this building, whether ground up on the mill or other accidents, and some of them are not too long ago. There is several incidents that I'm going to talk about all the way down to 2025, 2024, 2023. In 2023, May 27th, a man was killed after an 80-foot tree fell on his golf cart at the Mill Creek Golf Course. On June of 2023, a woman died after falling from a high area of the park by Latterman's Mill. June 3rd of July, a 28-year-old man's body was found in the creek near Latterman's Falls. Again, the falls area. A lot of stuff happens around the falls. It's terrible. It's terrible that all this badness is going on there. It seems like 2023 was such a really bad year for the park. On May 16th, the parks released a statement about the mill's manager for the last 11 years passed out in the mill and suffering a severe cardiac event. He was transported to the hospital. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. The mill was closed for a week.
All right, now we're back at the covered bridge, the famous covered bridge. And so many people come down here and see its beauty. It used to just be a couple timbers thrown across here This, I believe, is the 4th or 5th bridge that has been made across here. It's a trade route for food, produce, products, all kinds of stuff. Now, it's so pretty to come across here and look at this stuff. You see the beams, you see the water. This sign here says no fishing from bridge. That's okay. But the most important thing here about this bridge is one thing: the deaths involved with this bridge. Many people have jumped from this bridge in the 1900s, early 1900s, who, with the intent of committing suicide. You have to remember, back then, this was much deeper. The water was a heck of a lot deeper. So instead of dumping into a shallow pit of water, you were dumping into 12, 16 feet of water. Also, it's a romantic place. A lot of first kisses here, a lot of first, getting to know somebody. And also, there's been rapes here. Rapes, murders, people committing suicide, and worse yet, from the other bridges, people hanging themselves to die. Why? I guess they wanted to leave somewhere nice. I don't know why. That's the biggest thing. I have no idea why somebody would want to hang themselves on a bridge here, other than it's convenient. Because the other bridge was much easier to climb up this band, flip a rope over, tie a knot, put the rope around your head, and then just become a swinger. And there was nothing else to grab onto. And then there's some rocks over there that are a beautiful sight. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to talk about that concrete bridge that goes over this. And then this big wall where people walk. A few years ago, people have fallen from that and died, including children. It wasn't done on purpose, but it happened, and unfortunately it did. So here you have the famous covered bridge at Mill Creek Park. Again, I will continue talking about this bridge on the ugly side. This is the beautiful side I'm talking about. There's an ugly part to this park that nobody wants to talk about. In fact, the park police moved out of the park. I knew policemen that worked here, and they told me things are so bad here at night, especially in the flats, sounds that they never heard before, flashes of light where they don't know where they're coming from, all kinds of weird, goofy, paranormal type sounds. And me, as a gifted shaman practitioner who plays with both sides of life, the living and the dead, there is a lot of stuff that went on down here and continues to go on down here, and people ignore it. A lot of overdoses, a lot of murders, a lot of rapes, a lot of beatings, all kinds of stuff, all the way back down to when the mafia was around in the 30s and 40s, where they were on the top floor. I'm going to show it to you, the top floor of the mill, where they had a big gambling resort or a gambling place. And it went on for years and years and years, including a bottle club and so on. It's a well-built new bridge. Very handy. Do you hear that noise?
Yeah, what was it?
These are the noises that people hear all the time. A big pounding noise. On the other side where Latterman's Mill is, there was a big bang. And that was some of the spirits here, because there's spirits all over this place, letting me know that they're there watching me. And it's like, well, I'm here, I'm a spiritual warrior, shaman, and that's what's important. You can see the cliffs all the way up here alongside the flats here. The flats have a long record of trouble. Most of the time you don't hear about it. I had clients that were park police. I'm not going to mention any of their names. Again, the hills. There's all kinds of booby traps here for attacking people at dusk and whatever. Not only human beings attacking people, but also spirits attacking people. And I just want to say this. Several policemen who've worked for the park police down here have quit. In fact, the police department moved out of the park. which doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not on the board of directors. And they have been down here several times. It's pitch black down here. I've yet to find a light pole somewhere. And they have told me time after time that there is many noises down here. There is flashes of light down here. There is screechy noises down here that cannot be made by any wild animal of any particular type. It is crazy. It is crazy by what is coming down here, what is going on down here, and the amount of police that don't want to come down here at dusk because it's just horrible. I want to walk the whole length of the bridge to tell you about a story that has transpired here in the 1900s, I'm picking up 1915, 16, and I'm going to walk back to the flats area and so I can begin my story. And this was told to me about 5 years ago by the spirit that still remains at this bridge. And the spirit at this bridge it's a real strange spirit. The problem with this spirit is, I have to show you where it started. Because these were dirt roads. There was a wooden road on the bridge. I'm going to slowly show you where the blacktop is. And these roads where they go, this road went straight out. It did not bend here. It went straight out all the way down to the bottom of that hill, and the road went to the left then. So over here, a man pulls up at this spot, right over here. Man pulls up in a carriage right here. I want to show you the spot, exactly where it's at. And he has his fiancée with him. And they're going to get married. This is like 1914, 16. And he breaks the engagement off with her. He breaks the engagement off with her. It was terrible. She starts crying. She says, "You can't break that engagement with me." He says, "Well, why not? I don't want to get married." She says, "I'm pregnant by you." Because she was smart. She was a smart girl. And the reality is, he got all tense. And he said no. So she runs to the one side of the bridge and jumps off that side over there, right where I'm showing you the camera. That's where she jumped off into the water. Okay, I'm going to cross the bridge now. She gets off the carriage after he says, "No, I'm not going to marry you." She runs over here on this side of the bridge and jumps into the water. And you look at this water, it's maybe 3 feet deep, but back then, this water was 16 feet deep. It was very deep. And she hit herself and died right then and there. Of course, there was a big investigation. They never knew they were here. They never knew that they were here. And when he died 10 years later of a mysterious accident, you know, they say karma's a real bitch. It is. He then has been staying here the whole time. Supposedly there's a rumor saying you can hear him at night, or otherwise he's looking for her or whatever. I don't know if I believe that. I think it's guilt. Back in the early 1900s, if you got someone pregnant, you better marry them. I'm going to work my way down this hill. He talked to me a little bit last time, but I'm a lot more powerful, whether I want to be or not. And I'm going to talk about what transpired down here real quick. I'm going to talk about when she jumped into this water. It was ice cold and it was 14 feet deep. And she hit her head. And she was dead. And then she went flowing down the river that way. So, let me see if I can make contact with this guy. Oh, I see. I can feel him. You're still here.
No, I'm here.
So what was your fiance's name that you broke it off with?
It was Maureen.
Maureen. Maureen. Okay. So, why did you not want to marry her?
She was putting the squeezes to me and taking all my money. And
Did you ever
it was
really
all
actually
fine.
catch her cheating on you?
Yes.
And what's your name again?
My name is Walter.
Walter. Well, I don't know what you're going to do down here. You're best going into the light and pay for what you did.
I'm not going into the light.
Yes.
Fuck you.
That's what you're better off doing. In fact, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to banish you from this spot. Shame on you. Did you use that woman for sex? Obviously. Oh, you want to come right here? You want to kick my ass? Come on. Try it. Okay. Okay.
You can't punish me.
You're not
Yes,
doing the
I
right thing.
fucked her and had a good time.
You don't
with
need
it
to
too.
be
She
here.
was a
You
good
don't need to
girl.
be bothering people.
In fact, I'm going to kick
And
your
you're living
brain
off the
out.
energy, the dope addicts and everybody else down here. Now I'm going to get rid of you. Benedito.
No, I didn't
Domino
need
Christe
the pork.
Spiritus
I meant no
Sanctus. Domino Christe Spiritus Sanctus.
Fuck you. Stop it, it burns.
Domino Dabisco. The blood of Jesus
Stop
Christ
it,
is
stop
hereby
it,
remove you
man.
from this spot. Goodbye. And so long.
Sorry.
It's gone. I should have did that the last time I ran into him because he was an asshole then too. This bridge is clean now. People say, why can't you clean the whole park, Pat? It's just too much to do for one man. I'd have to bring a team of shamans and the board the way they are and their bad decisions they make. It'd just be dirty all over again. So, I'm going to say again, this is not a good place at night. And if you're here during the day in certain spots, be careful. Be very careful. This is my opinion. It's no reflection of the people that run this park.